Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanded Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. Folks, we're going to talk about a tale from the Tales of the Bounty Hunters book. That's right. Been a while since I've reviewed a story from that one, and the reason I saved it for now is because this story, which is called Therefore I Am, written by Kevin J. Anderson, it's the story of IG-88, it ends during Return of the Jedi, during the events of Return of the Jedi. So that's what I want to talk about here. Basically, it is the background story of IG-88, how he came to be, how he was created. I think there were 4 droids, 88A, B, C, and D. It does talk about their fate. I believe, did Boba Fett kill all 3? I think Boba Fett killed 3 out of the 4. It could have only been 2, but I want to say it's 3. Either way, Boba Fett got most of the copies, which kind of explains why, wait, I thought IG-88 died here in the pop-up book, and I thought he died over here in this short story. Wait, IG-88's alive again? Yeah, we find out there were more than one. You know, he had copied himself, so to speak. And they all had a plan, and of course the plan is to take over the galaxy. And what better way to do that, and I'm going to have to give spoilers here, by the way, but there's no way around it because I want to address something here. But anyway, the IG-88 model, I think it's D, it could have been A, who knows, who cares, they're all the same. He went to the Death Star and downloaded his essence into the Death Star and took over the Death Star at the last minute, and then that's when the rebellion shot those last shots in there and destroyed the Death Star. So once he gained control, he was instantly killed when the Death Star blew up. I love this story. I thought it was great. I love IG-88. The title, Therefore I Am, is based off the saying, I think, therefore I am. It's very good. He's an assassin droid. He's really cool. There's a lot of cool things in it. A lot of deaths, of course, as well. And IG-88 plotting and scheming. And what's the best advantage he can get in the galaxy? Well, he found out the Emperor was making another Death Star. Yeah, the rebellion just got lucky the first time. Surely they fixed that, faux pas that destroyed their first Death Star, so this will be even better. I'll take over, and once they complete the Death Star, then I will run it, and I'll be killing everyone. I'll be ruling the galaxy. It makes sense in a way, if you think about it. But I remember on the forums, Kevin J. Anderson got ripped alive for this. There was so much hate for Kevin J. Anderson back in the day, and I never understood that because I read it. I thought this was awesome. I went online on one of the forums to talk about it, and there's a bunch of people already posting go, isn't Kevin J. Anderson stupid? IG-88 was the Death Star, whatever. I was like, well, he wasn't the Death Star. He'd only got to come to the Death Star at the very end, and that was as it blew up. So he didn't get to, it's not like he got to blow up a few planets as the Death Star. It was a neat idea that didn't see fruition. So I didn't see the big deal about this, but everyone online was going, there's Kevin J. Anderson just jumping the shark again, being ridiculous. And I was like, no way. And a lot of my time spent on the forums was defending Kevin J. Anderson's short stories or just regular stories. And this is one I thought, people are going to love this one. It's Tales of the Bounty Hunters. Everyone loves IG-88. And unfortunately, they did not like it. But I think it was a good short story and well worth your time. Speaking of short stories, let me switch gears and go to the comic books. From Star Wars Visionaries, the trade paperback there. This one's called Entrenched. And basically, right at the eve of the Battle of Endor, Mon Mothma finally gets a letter from her son. She didn't know what happened to her son. He got lost after the evacuation of Hoth, and she never knew what happened to him. Well, now it's finally revealed what happened to her son, and she finds this out right before the battle. And I believe it was a letter that was written, and she's kind of reading the letter, but you're reliving what he went on, where he was at Hoth and what happened to him afterwards. So it's a nice little story. It's not relevant to anything else in the expanded universe, but it's okay. Finally, the last one I want to talk about was in the Truce of Bakura Sourcebook by Westing Games. It was written by Kathy Tyers. She decided to come back and write a little short blurb about the Deposition of General Solo. Basically, General Solo and Lieutenant Page from Page's Commandos, a spinoff of Kraken's Commandos, which was big in West End Games. You wouldn't know Lieutenant Page and his Commandos unless you're a West End Games fan. If you were a West End Games fan, you wanted to be one of Page's Commandos, man. They were the toughest of the tough, the awesomest of the awesomer. don't even know if that makes sense, but they were really cool, okay? So it's a story about how Lieutenant Page and General Solo hijacked a Star Destroyer and actually captured it during the Battle of Endor, or shortly thereof, or shortly after. And it's a neat little story, but it was an unauthorized attack. They weren't supposed to go after it, and they did. They weren't supposed to capture it either, but they said, hey, we think we can pull this off. So it's basically them recounting their tale. This is a pretty good story. I enjoy it. Kathy Tyers is a great author. I can't wait to talk about one of her books, which I think I'm going to do very soon. So I will see you next time with that video.